Hey everyone, before we get started, this is Brad. I just wanted to say a big thanks to all of our listeners. We have recently had tons of people join the Patreon, which has been very exciting. And we've been getting a lot more listens in general. I feel like we're on the cusp of breaking through. Mm-hmm. So if you're listening, thank you. And if you haven't had a chance to write a review or like something or tell your friends, we would really appreciate it. Things are going good for us right now, and I'm excited to see how much bigger we get. It's been very good lately.
We've been popping off. I'm hyper impressed. Also, join our Discord. Get in on that. I know there's a paywall, but come on. Everyone there is like the coolest people I've ever just talked to on the internet.
Well, there's a trick, actually, to get around it without the paywall. And it's if you do the trial for our Patreon, which is free, I'll get you an invite. And I'm not going to kick you out if you join the Discord. But that's how you get in.
Well, I mean, Matt paid for a little while, but we still got to kick that fucker out.
He just shows up and says the weirdest thing out of nowhere.
He's just drunk at a bar and he just wants to antagonize.
Yeah. And that's all I had. Let's send it over to the most hungover boy in town.
Hey, that's me. He's alive. Hello, everybody. Welcome to
This is awesome.
Hair of the Dogcast, your favorite podcasts about making poor life decisions and drinking too much on a Saturday night before you have to get up in the morning and record a podcast and video games.
You know, a good podcast name would be Poor Life Decisions, but P-O-U-R, like you're pouring a beer.
Oh, yeah. That's what I did yesterday.
I love that.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised it's not a movie title yet.
Yeah.
I have good reason to be hungover, though. I went to go see Social Sig and Well and Good at the Vivarium. The new
Social Sig is good.
The new concert spot in town.
Was it a banger?
It was a banger.
Who was better, Social Sig or Well and Good?
Social Sig, probably.
Okay.
Social Sig.
I'm telling your brother you said that.
He'll agree.
I will say, though, Well and Good's viral media ads and videos, all of that stuff, fucking great.
They're killing it right now.
It.
Yeah.
And I looked at their monthly listeners, and they're big.
They're over 1,000 now.
Which is a lot more than other bands that I check. I'm like, how many is this? How many is that? And I was very surprised at how many they have compared to other bands that have been around a lot longer.
Yeah, they have a very loyal fan base at the moment. But
Anal Fissure, I only had 2 listeners when we checked it out.
Well, nobody's listening to my mumblecore rap album.
I am.
If I knew it
Frumpy Dump Truck
if
by
I knew
Big
it existed,
D.
I would.
Frumpy Dump Truck by Big D. Oh, yeah. I have horrible news.
What's that?
There's no more High Life in Bayview. I drank it all last night. Dude, it's gone.
Are you hungover, Brad?
I'm not feeling great, but I feel like a goddamn saint next to this man.
Wow, I'm always coming in here. People says, "Oh, Dylan can drink a lot, and he drinks a lot."
You do.
I do, but then I'm here and I'm fucking fine.
I'm feeling fine.
I'm feeling better.
See, all I need is breakfast, coffee, and then a couple hours in the morning to relax. Then I'm good.
See, I was responsible, though. I Ubered everywhere. I didn't drive.
Smart.
And I texted Brad at, I don't even know what
It's
time.
1 a.m.
Yeah. I'm fucking hammered noon.
Yep.
Fucking hammered, man. I can't do it, dude.
I was looking at that.
I can't do it.
I went to set my alarm, I think, and was like, nope, not happening.
How late were you out?
No idea.
No idea.
So I went to a local dive bar called Tony's Moody Blues, and I've never been there, and it was amazing. But then I had a nightmare when I got home that we were there until 3:30 in the morning, and the bar just got worse and worse as the night went on. But what is this podcast about? Is it video games and beer?
Video games and beer and video games.
Oh, I think I'm at the wrong podcast, but
Oh, well, shit.
Yes, this is Hair of the Dogcast. Welcome. Thanks for listening, and we're going to jump right into some news.
Now, top news story, Tyler lost the news.
I lost the news.
let's have some let's bring up the enthusiasm.
Let's do it again, Tyler.
One more time?
Just
All right.
act like you
Give it-
care.
pretend
I
you're-
lost the news.
Oh, my.
That's great.
That was pretty good.
I don't know where it went. It's crazy. No, I think I accidentally deleted it. But we're just gonna, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live.
And also, I just made news for you.
Well, I was going to talk about Fallout first anyway. Fallout is fucking cooking right now. The television series has been out now for a couple weeks, like 3 weeks now.
Finished it a couple days ago.
I'm on episode 3.
It's fantastic.
It's
It
a
is
really
very
good
good.
adaptation, yeah.
There's a content creator, I forget his name, the Act Man. He's a big Halo guy, and he posted a picture of like him holding a needler to his head, saying "Congrats to Fallout fans who got a good show" or something like that. I'm like, they made Halo season 2. I don't know.
Fallout's already renewed for a second season, which is going to be really good.
I really hated the ending because I just have to wait for another season now, and it was a really good ending.
It's going to be a year and a half, too.
Yeah. Oh man, it really just got to this like juicy section of like fuck.
Yeah.
I watched the Fallout 4 trailer today. I've never played a Fallout game.
Really?
Yeah.
Fallout 4 is really good. Oh, well, it was really good when it came out. I don't know how it holds up anymore.
Well, it's
it holds up in some ways. The collection shit is really stupid.
There's a little news about Fallout 4.
Yes, they're
actually.
doing a patch. 2.5 years after it was announced, the patch for Fallout 4 was released finally, fixing 17 bugs. It's a next-gen update. Consoles will get 60 frames per second support. PC gets almost nothing aside from Creation Club items.
Apparently, it looks like shit.
It's supposed to be a really horrible patch that makes everything that was good about the PC modding like scene, and like the game was great for the PC.
Yeah.
And this patch just made it none of that work and everything look worse.
Yep.
It did add ultra wide support, but you also, I guess you can't like adjust the size, and the UI, they just stretched it rather than adjusted it.
So it looks terrible.
It's like, this is a circle, but now they just stretched it to, it's not a circle, you know?
I did read somewhere that they added like 8 new quests, and I was like, that's cool. I would like to play those. And then
Are they like good quests, or are they kind of the shitty, dumb side ones that
probably
really don't matter?
another settlement is in need of your help.
Oh, God, kill me.
Yeah,
Well, still better than Starfield.
that's true.
Fair enough.
When I played Fallout 4 for the first time back on my PlayStation 4, when
Wow.
it came out, I loved it. And I played the shit out of it.
Came out almost 10 years ago. Fuck me in the ass.
Yeah, and you remember
It's
how
9
they
years ago. Yeah.
Do you remember how they came out with the trailer and they're like, game's coming out in like 2 months?
I love that shit.
I know. I miss that. I hate the
I love that shit.
trailer,
so
and
much.
it's like
I've been
game's
waiting
gonna be
so
out
long
6
for
years.
Kingdom Hearts 4. Come on.
At this point, yeah.
Sora's feet are normal size. What happened?
What did he do?
What happened?
Did he get cosmetic surgery?
All I know is that it looks like they're bringing Hades back into the story, so I'm excited.
I'm sure James
Hades?
Wood. James Woods.
James Wood.
Horrible monster of a political personality
he plays
now.
that character so well.
He nails it.
Hercules is still one of my top 4.
Heracles.
Well, Heracles is another version of the name, yes.
I just like saying it that way. I hate that people say it that
Well,
way.
his mother's name was Hera. Like, it makes sense.
It's just fun to say.
Yeah. Man, now I want to talk about Hades too, but we can't yet.
Nope.
We can't talk about Hades 2 yet.
Well, okay. Well, want to talk about Hades 2 for a second?
Yeah.
There was a technical test. They did a 3-hour stream, the developers, and I tuned in and I watched 5 seconds, and they were talking about these enemies and it's part of the story, and I said, nope, I don't need none of this.
Nope.
I'm going to play the shit out of this game, and I don't need to get spoiled. I did see a list of the gods,
Okay.
and I lightly skimmed it, and I just saw that there were new ones and old ones returning for your boons, which
That'll
is
be cool.
Yeah. It's one of those things where the first game is already very perfect.
Is Pan there?
I don't remember, but it's
Well,
like a perfect game. So how much do you want it to be them making the same game again versus
you'll take more of the same thing.
I would, but like also how much do I want it to be none of the same thing?
Well, it's probably going to have the same basic structure, but what they're going to do is they're just going to diversify enemies, add a few more systems. That might actually make it, a little more like Hades 2. It's like Hades, but bigger.
I mean, there's so many good boons already. Like, what are your other boons going to be that can really change things? Who knows? I was excited, though, that they did a technical test. Bless your heart.
Oh, thanks.
So now that that's done, was that included with like the alpha testing that people could do?
Yeah, and that's going to be ending real quick here. and then it's going to go early access. So
I can play it.
Well,
I
yeah.
can give you impressions.
And I know next time I talk to Miles at Lost Whaler, if he's on again sometime soon, he will have a full breakdown as well. Because I know he was all Mr. Early Access for Hades.
I never went early access with Hades because I didn't have anything capable of doing it. But
But look at you now.
I have a few early access games that are Steam Deck compatible. And honestly,
Pal World.
fucking cool. Yeah, Pal World works
Yeah.
very well on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, man.
Haven't played much of it, but I'm waiting for it to become a full game now because I'm like, I get what this is. Let's finish this.
I played a little bit of Pal World like a couple weeks ago on my Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about it,
But
but
too many games,
it's
man.
it's also a big game, and I
Is
don't
there,
really have
though?
time for a big game.
If I
You're
need
too
to,
busy getting crunk.
Yeah.
Well, you're just drunk all the time, Tyler. It's
Dude,
tough for you to even play
24/7,
games.
man. Dryler.
I remember
Not Dryler.
Wetler,
Wetler.
Adolf Wetler over here.
That's so good.
It's the dumbest joke I'm going to write this year.
I don't even think I'm German.
No, because Germans can handle their booze.
I've seen how you wave.
Hey guys, Tyler, don't.
Stop.
That's really
Just
embarrassing.
raise it higher a little bit.
I was dabbing at a ball game the other day, and Carly's like, "Put your swastika fucking symbols down." I was like, "Dude, I wasn't doing the Zig Heil. I was dabbing."
You were dabbing like this?
I guess I was like this, and she's like, "It looked really bad."
Put your swastikas down.
I don't know what she said.
You don't pay attention.
What?
What? Neither do I. ADD.
Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3 is in a streamed blog post on April 18th. Larian teased some major new updates coming to Baldur's Gate 3, including evil endings. We're working on our next game update. Patch 7 will add improved evil endings to the game for even darker conclusions to your most sinister playthroughs. And yes, that includes you non-Dirge players.
You know, it's still crazy to me that there is a whole playthrough of that game where you're like the chosen evil one. And I've been listening to Real Lich Hours, and Gary is doing a playthrough as the Dirge. And like every time you see an animal, you have like do you want to stomp on it? I kind of want to stomp on the animal. Or when Gale is like reaching out, you can rip his arm off and leave him in the portal.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You have the options to you fornicate with one of your characters, and then while they're sleeping, you have the urge to smash their head in, and that's an option. It's really crazy, and that's like baked into the game. It's weird that they put that much, voice recording and effort into the
It would
Dirge
be
character.
a lot of fun to play an evil run of that game, but I would have to beat it with a good ending first.
I don't think I possibly could.
I'd draw
my
the
heart
line.
is not my heart's not in evil characters really, unless it's like a scripted thing that's already pre-planned.
I go as evil Shepherd, Renegade Shepherd, where I'll punch a journalist and I'll be a little sassy. But as far as killing animals, no, I am not the governor of South Dakota.
Oh, no. I can be evil. If you're given the option and I'm in the right mood, then yeah.
Well, if you guys don't podcast right, I'm going to have to take you guys out back.
Is that an old Yeller threat?
No, I think it's a vice presidential bid.
There's a vice presidential person who, in her book, she describes how they got a dog and it wouldn't behave and catch animals for her while hunting, so she put it down.
It was a puppy.
It was a puppy.
She killed a puppy.
And
And
she
even
killed a puppy.
Even conservatives are like, this is bad.
Wait, Kamala Harris killed a puppy?
No, a vice presidential hopeful for Trump.
Oh.
Kristi Noem. She's the governor of my fine state of South Dakota.
I mean, Kamala Harris did put a lot of people in jail for just smoking weed. So.
After she made statements like, no one should be in jail for smoking weed.
Yeah.
God, it's almost like politicians are terrible people.
What?
Except for
Dude.
me. Vote for me.
Who saw that coming? I'd vote for Dylan.
Vote for Big D in the frumpy dump truck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. There will be new cinematic cutscenes. Have also been given the new cinematic cutscenes have also been given the musical treatment by our very own BAFTA award-winning composer, Borislav Slavov. Sorry, dude.
Slavov?
I'd say Zhalov, maybe.
Shalov.
I don't know.
Sorry, dude. I fucked that up for you. Keep on keeping on, though.
I don't expect you to do English words right, let alone foreign names.
Yeah, it's like Polish or something, too. Baldur's Gate.
Hey, no, gimme, a man after midnight.
What are you supposed to do with Man After Midnight?
Gimme.
Give me a man after midnight. Want somebody help me chase the shadows away.
I don't know it.
I think they're gonna sleep.
You
together.
play
That's what it
honest. You play honest to God, awesome synth, and then you fuck.
is. Probably.
Okay.
There will be official modding tools, possibly for some consoles as well, coming for Baldur's Gate 3. Crossplay support down the line, and photo mode, which is just going to turn into
Titty mode.
Titty mode, essentially. Yeah.
Here is dong mode. Look at that dong.
They did add.
I will say the boob physics suck in Baldur's Gate 3. The wieners flop appropriately. Those boobs are all bad. They don't.
Yeah, there's no.
You need a little jiggle.
Yeah,
A
they
little
all
bit.
kind of.
I don't know.
They look bolted on.
It breaks immersion.
When the titties don't jiggle.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
I've been playing Stellar Blade, and
That has got some jiggly jiggles.
it's got some real jiggles.
And it's got some crazy hair physics.
Are we talking like dead or alive jiggle?
No, that's bad jiggle.
That's bad.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not-
that's over the top.
It's not Street Fighter V like character select where Chun-Li's boobs just have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
It's definitely not that, but also
They have different gravitational pulls.
you know, it's funny. Like they really want you to see this woman as like a sex object, and the entire time I'm just like, man, here's my biggest issue: her butt don't do much.
Here's my biggest.
She's got a big butt.
My biggest issue is she's just trying to avenge her parents.
No, she's not. Unfortunately,
Not anymore.
No, she gave up on that years ago.
Oh.
Damn it. I'll talk more about Stellar Blade later.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Chun-Li.
His life really went downhill after Pawn Stars. I'm pretty sure he's in jail or
Dude,
something.
I want to watch Guile versus Chum-Li.
Oh man, don't hit me, dude.
Best I could do is a knuckle sandwich.
He's in jail now. He did something illegal.
He probably did.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight Silk Song Xbox store page goes live. 5 years after it was announced, it seems like Silk Song is getting closer to release.
The biggest deal with that is there's an ESRB rating, which means the game has been rated.
Yeah.
Which is new.
They're going to announce it and it's going to come out a week later.
It's almost there. And well, they could, but also there should be at least a 2-month period for them to sell like $150 collector's editions, which people will buy. They should.
I probably will.
They're selling a Millennia Elden Ring ARM replica.
Are you serious?
I don't have money for that. And it's a weird thing. I'd rather just get the Sword of Night and Flame or something.
I want the arm.
I can give you some dung.
Yeah.
I've got some.
Some
Okay.
dung.
Some dung. Yeah.
But yes, it's around the corner. Hollow Knight Silk Song. I
All you
can't
have to do
fucking.
is pay me $100.
I was jamming to the Hollow Knight soundtrack the other day.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good. That
It's
game.
entirely atmospheric.
Someone on the Discord mentioned it the other day, and now I'm
perfect.
like, fuck. I have to play it again.
My mom was playing it not too long ago. When she came over, I was like, I have a game you might like because it's a platformer, and she doesn't like 3D games. So I put her in that, and she was like, "Ooh, I like this."
Yeah, but she probably couldn't beat any of the bosses because she's not a real gamer.
She didn't make it that far.
Yeah, my mom would have tapped out. Maybe.
My mom played Karaoke Hero once. That was it.
Oh, that's
She
not bad.
sang "Son of a Preacher Man."
I played Wheel of Fortune on the Switch with my grandma and my mom, and they had a hoot.
Hoot.
The energy in this place. Come on, boys.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Oh, we had a real hoot of a time.
I love in Fallout the main character. She like all the vault dwellers. They're always just like okie dokie.
Yeah. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's political.
Fallout? People think
Fallout's extremely political, actually.
Yeah.
How?
The Brotherhood represents Christofascism. The Vault Dwellers are liberal people who stay inside their own bubble. Well, how is it not?
I just never put it together. I just thought it was like those were descendants of rich people who could pay to live underground when
They
world
are,
went to
but
shit.
that's also liberal bubble.
The
people.
Brotherhood
And
guys all have tiny penises. That's why they wear the giant power armor, because they're overcompensating for something, and they're all looking for these old relics and
I'm
shit.
not going to spoil something about sex because you haven't gotten that far yet in the show.
I am not a... Who told you I was a virgin?
I've got cameras.
I can smell it.
It's like, I hope this is how it works. But Fallout is inherently political. I mean, ask any of the developers. They're like, oh, yeah.
Dude, there's
So super mutants are MAGA worshippers? Because they're weird?
no super mutants are cool.
Super mutants would be Brotherhood. Or,
What else we got?
the Brotherhood would be MAGA.
I don't
No,
like
I don't think it's that 1-to-1. I think it's just fascism.
Well, it's Christofascism.
Which I don't think
religious
that.
fascism.
MAGA would be the rad roaches. Fuck Donald Trump. Keanu Reeves is going to be Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
like
hedgehog. That's pretty dope.
And
seen
actually,
Knuckles?
let's do a quick segment. It's where Dylan talks about Knuckles' television show.
Knuckles is really good. Knuckles is a ton of fun. I don't understand any bad reviews that this is getting. You know what this is going into it. You're going to have a good time. It's fucking funny. It's funnier than the movies by a mile.
Maybe it's because they can get away with it a little bit more since it's not
A little bit, yeah.
That's
Idris
weird.
Elba,
You'd expect Knuckles to be more serious.
but he's the straight man next to Adam Pally's funny guy.
Who's Adam Pally?
Adam Pally, he was on a few things. He's a very famous comedian.
Is there what other characters besides Knuckles that are like Sonic characters?
Sonic does appear.
Okay,
James Marsden's wife, I cannot remember her name.
sure.
She's in it.
She's great.
James Marsden is conveniently not in this. Tails is there,
Okay, but is there
but only in the first episode.
is there Bean the Dynamite? Is there Big the Cat?
I was really hoping for a Big the Cat.
That would
but
be people are
unfortunately, no.
like on the streets. They're mad that we're not seeing Big the Cat.
I really want to see Big the Cat, and I want to voice Big the Cat.
I'm surprised they haven't brought in Amy. Amy is a very marketable character. They need a female character.
Yeah, but also,
Or
I don't know.
or go left field and bring in Sally Squirrel.
Shit.
I mean, I'm not a furry, but
I mean, Carrie Elwes is in this.
I love Carrie
Sure.
Elwes.
He plays Adam Pally's dad.
Okay. Is
There,
no Jim Carrey? I'm guessing in this show.
No Jim Carrey,
Who's the bad guy?
the bad guy is a series of circumstances and people who want to hunt down Knuckles because of the last movie.
Okay.
And it's also ostensibly about a bowling tournament.
How do you feel about Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog?
Love it. I think it's good. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
No, that's actually perfect casting.
Shadow the Hedgehog. My only issue is
Just give him John
it's just the
Wick's
character. The character of Shadow the Hedgehog has just always been like the edgy wet fart of the Sonic universe to me.
I think they're going to make it work because
Keanu Reeves could deliver any of those lines and sound good with them.
Idris in this role, you know how often Idris Elba talks about how much he loves Knuckles the Echidna?
It's really great. It's really stupid and awesome.
He's so into this role.
Yeah, Knuckles, he's a great character, you know, he's a good guy.
Essentially, yeah.
I was looking down. Was that Idris Elba?
Yeah, was that voice
His
club.
mentor is Christopher Lloyd.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd is one of the most underrated actors
Well,
in history.
They have a whole entire episode that is a Shabbat dinner at Adam Pally's house. And Wade is his name.
Okay.
And it is some of the funniest shit I've seen on a show. They go wild with it.
I'm excited.
And then it's Knuckles trying to understand the Jewish faith.
That's awesome, dude.
It's kind of cool.
In the age of free Palestine.
And his mom loves Knuckles. Like, she's just like, oh, now come sit with me. We'll watch a movie. And then they watch Pretty Woman.
Good flick.
This sounds great.
It's fucking good. In fact, in the final battle, he quotes Pretty Woman. It's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if you want anything of substance out of this show, you're not going to find it. But if you're
If you want to have some giggles.
no, if you're along for the ride,
Yeah.
I think this is well written, and anyone who hates it, I kind of
Hate you.
disagree with on a moral level.
Okay.
It's fine.
Keanu Reeves. I'm excited.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to watch it? Do you guys
Yeah.
have Paramount Plus?
I'll watch it. Are you talking about Knuckles?
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll check it out on Paramount Plus.
I'll check it out. Paramount Plus.
There is also a Balatro. Balatro.
Balatro.
What's
Balatro.
Balatro?
Update.
Balatro.
The update is available for PC players, not console yet. It's a pretty meaty balance update. Some Jokers have totally new effects. Some stakes have been entirely reworked. Blue seals are much better. And they made some changes that will make early antis slightly more engaging or forgiving without removing the RNG that Brad loves so much in the game.
Yeah, and also they're adding like new types of Jokers, which they have the Eternal Joker, which is the ones you can't get rid of. Now they're going to also have like rental Jokers, where you're allowed to have them for like only a small period of time. Was there much for other news?
It's funny because there was, and then,
there was,
and then I don't know where it went.
was there anything else that I had on that?
No, you're going into console critters next on this sheet.
Okay,
Can I talk a little bit about Megaton Musashi Wired?
you want to move into what we've been playing?
It's technically what I would consider news. I don't know if anyone else
Yeah,
would.
we'll do this. Yeah, throw it in the news. What do we got?
All right, so Megaton Musashi Wired. It's a level 5 game. It's famous. It's on the level of Atlas. They release a lot of smaller titles like Yokai Watch, stuff that are kind of cultural hits inside of Japan.
Yeah.
And they usually get an American release. Well, this game shadow dropped. It is basically like the ultimate / improved edition of a game from 2020, and they just dropped it. There has been no advertisements for it. There's no Metacritic review for it from anyone. It's a little insane. I thought I was going crazy because I saw it on the store.
You said in the Discord, you're like, "Is this a Truman Show thing?"
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought, and I was like, I was just trying to find someone who had an opinion on it before I spent fucking $70.
You spent $70.
Oh, it's a $70 game and it's worth it. I'll get to that later. But I think that it's so weird. And eventually I tracked down a Games Radar article that stated basically that this company doesn't have an American office anymore. But they released a game fully translated, not with American voice actors, but it's all subtitled, which is in itself a lot of work. And they just put it out there. And nobody could tell me fucking shit about it until
An article came out.
Steam came to the rescue. Steam was the only place I could find an actual review of this, aside from an article from Nintendo Life in 2021 who reviewed the Japanese version.
Okay.
Insane.
Very, very weird. Very peculiar.
Why would you put something out like that and not want to even put like Instagram ads out?
Or just have review copies go out. Just have review copies go out so someone could write reviews and have something on the game.
Right. But now this game is getting pretty rave reviews on Steam.
Interesting.
It's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam right now.
How many reviews?
Quite a bit. I'm thinking somewhere in like the 70 range right now.
Okay, so it's got almost as many reviews as Suicide Squad has players. But
It's definitely got more reviews.
And I just think it's strange to have something that could be considered, if you advertise it right, a lot of people's jam. Because it's my jam, and I really enjoy what this game is. And I took a shot on it because something that's this much of an anomaly in our world, because they advertise things to hell, and eventually until you're like too tired to even look at an advertisement to it. That's how I feel about Elden Ring. It's just like I see so much of it over and over again.
Fucking love Elden Ring so much.
It's a great game. I love the game.
Man, my outlines for sorceries and incantations, those shits are fire, dude. Carly, you got upset at me last night. She's like, you've been working on those things too long. Fire.
It's called a problem. Bradley has a problem.
It's for the fans, you know? People want it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
People are clamoring for it.
It's like a real Elvis and Priscilla thing between you and Carly.
Tyler.
Oh, okay. No, I thought
He's
it was
the peanut butter sandwich and I'm Elvis. We're going to die in a toilet together.
I honestly just found this really interesting because this is such an anime forward video game that not advertising it seems like a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And this game is going to really suffer for it.
Well, word of mouth, and maybe it gets a cult following, gets some legs.
Sure.
It's not dead. And the fact that we're talking about it means it's picking up steam. Everyone says once the Dogcast gets to it, it's about to blow up. That's a famous saying.
We're like Wall Street.
Yeah.
Money never sleeps.
Like by the time other people
That's
get
the sequel.
With Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Honestly, this could count as what I've been playing too. It's a good game.
We'll do
Play it.
console critters first, though.
It's great.
Now, I think Tyler should go last because he needs time to get his brain together.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first for Nintendo? Mm-hmm. I tried to look up things, and I saw that there was a Slowpoke 5-foot plushie that is back in stock.
I would get it.
But also, I found that article, which I thought you might like.
Back in February, Nintendo confirmed that the Switch family now had sold over 139 million units since the OG console's launch in March of 2017.
That's a lot.
That's quite a bit. Almost 2 months later, it's reasonably safe to assume that sales have now comfortably marched past the 140 million mark, which means that the Switch only needs to sell a further 15 million to surpass the PS2 at 155 million units, right?
That would be monumental if it passed the
huge.
PlayStation 2.
That's a huge...
Consider this. It's not a DVD player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means that the Switch is now synonymous with Nintendo. It's basically the entire cultural identity of what Nintendo is right now.
Yeah.
People will remember this better than they remember the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
That's a tough thing to quantify,
But it's easy to quantify because it's literal numbers. More people will remember the Switch than they will remember the Super Nintendo.
yeah,
It's just numbers.
It's hitting everything it should. The Switch is fantastic console, and it's
wonderful.
hardcore gamers, casual gamers, kids, mobile.
It's all there.
It's got it all. There's really not a lot of Nintendo news, though.
No, there never is, man. I mean, the Switch got to go, though.
Yeah, but Pokemon Center's 59-inch Slowpoke is back in stock, $450.
Jesus.
Pretty cool, right?
I'd consider it.
Let's talk about the greatest console of the past few lifetimes, I'd say. Probably the best one that's ever been released, the Xbox. You guys know the Xbox is better. Chat Xbox here. Game Pass. Added in April. We have a lot of games here. So,
Yeah.
Dylan, if you have anything you want to say, do 3-word reviews on as I'm listing them, okay?
Cool.
If you have anything to say. Ark Survival Descended.
Nope.
Super Shot Mind Control Delete.
I played that game. It rules.
Lego 2K Drive.
Never will play that.
EA Sports PGA Tour.
Nope.
Lil Gator Game.
I played a millisecond. Not bad.
I like the name. Botany Manor. Sounds cool.
Oh, I saw this, and I asked my wife if she wanted to try it, and she said, I don't know.
Kona.
Kona, what's that?
I think it's that one girl spirits thing. Not sure.
Cool.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
Okay, that's a fun game.
Harold Halibut. I like the name. Populous The Beginning. Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri.
No.
SimCity 3000 Unlimited.
Jesus.
Orcs Must Die 3. NHL 2024.
Good for them.
Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes.
I started playing that today.
I am going to start sometime soon. Another Crab's Treasure.
Never touched it.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Love that game.
Now on Game Pass. Manorlands, a game preview.
I hear it's good.
And Have a Nice Death.
Fuck. I don't know.
Coming in May, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Nice.
Little Kitty Big City, which I like the name. And like Haunty Eye. As far as news, not a ton. There's no BlizzCon this year. Blizzard's annual event is not happening.
Oh, now you can absorb Blizzard as...
Well, naturally, people are suspecting Microsoft of being involved in the decision for Blizzard to not have BlizzCon, a beloved tradition.
Sure.
Blizzard has said this is our decision, it's not theirs.
They're just sad.
And this isn't the first time we're skipping or trying something new. We want to focus on highlighting individual games and their moments, Warcraft's multiple anniversaries.
Are they just mad that they're making bad games now?
I don't know.
And they're kind of sad and they want to stay home?
I think so.
I put down Starfield. Todd Howard.
Yay!
Todd Howard said recently, "There's some really good updates coming."
You couldn't pay me to play that game again.
That's the vaguest shit ever.
There's toilets on the ship now. You can poop on the ships.
He's not saying we're so excited about these upcoming updates. He's like, we got some really good updates coming.
He's
really
like, listen,
good.
wow. It's going to completely make the game playable. Wow.
If somebody tries your homebrew and they're like, oh, it's really good, it's not good.
Yeah. Well, until they put vehicles in the game or they fix the travel, it's
need
just
like
a menu jumper.
ATVs. Just give us like an
just
ATV.
one, so I don't have to walk through a dead-ass planet looking...
A few ATVs you can customize that are fun to drive.
Easy peasy.
And you could have mounted combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might play the game again if they made exploration less boring. And I know they were going for some level of realism, but I feel like that's an extreme cop-out. This is a video game. This is not reality.
You can make realism fun, though, and with a little bit of distorted realism.
Here's the truth. If you want to put me into a fiction or a reality, you have to actually make me feel like I'm there. If I were on the actual moon in a spacesuit, I'd be freaking out, being like, holy shit.
But also, if human beings have been out there for so long, it's no longer exciting. It's 2001: A Space Odyssey.
You have to make the player feel that way, no matter what the situation is.
Well, that's why they always do that one thing where you start in the darkness and then you emerge. You come out of the dungeon and then you're in outer space and you see the moon. That should be the moment, and that's when the swell of the song hits, and that's when it says Starfield. It pans up to the stars.
I wish that's how that actually went. It's
Instead,
more or less
it's like
you're a miner who accidentally stumbles upon like ancient data disks.
This is how we mine. This is your laser, buddy.
This is your laser. Use it.
He's the chosen one.
It was the craziest thing. When I was mining, I definitely heard of Dovahkiin. As soon as I started, I was like, wrong game.
I wish.
No, the Starfield sucks my asshole. The game is so fucking bad, and it pisses me off.
It's really not okay.
I put 42 hours into it.
You guys are wrong. 10 out of 10
70.
console-defining video game here at Xbox.
I see that.
Last thing I have to mention is really cool. Game preservation at Xbox. Microsoft has revealed a new team whose purpose is game preservation and future-proofing. Part of its mission is to build on the company's strong history of delivering backwards compatibility for its titles, for its games. Very good. If they're able to maintain like the ability to play old Xbox games, 360 games as we move forward, that's really great. And they said they might be able to share some more at the Xbox Showcase taking place early June.
Hold on, Tyler. You can't go yet. It's me, Madam. What was Madam Webb's voice?
You're Herb, dude. I don't know.
You think you're kind of crushing it right now.
Now it's time for a Dex Hex. There's a game out that's getting a lot of rave reviews. It's Steam Deck.
Oh, okay. Madam Webb's Dex Hex is the new segment.
Yeah.
She's only allotted a minute and a half per episode Dogcast, but sure.
I don't know if I can keep up the voice, but I'll try.
The Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck has a new game called Manor Lords. And apparently it's a medieval style. I can't do it anymore. It's a medieval style like city builder where you manage like supply and trade.
That
and
sounds like my jam.
And apparently it is
It's set in the Starfield world.
Fuck.
And for the most part, it's made by one guy. And when I saw the trailer for it, because it's surpassed 1 million units sold already.
It's the most wish list item on Steam currently, right?
Correctamundo.
And they will not reveal the price tag.
No, they won't.
They won't tell people how much it cost.
But I want to fucking take a look at that guy.
Yeah. You want to look at the guy of the game.
I want to look at the guy.
See you next month.
Don't get caught in my web. Goodbye.
All right, let's go to the PS Fool.
Whoa.
What up, Spartacus here?
Oh, PlayStation sucks.
Dude.
I've been playing my Xbox more than my PlayStation lately.
I have
And we'll
only
talk about-
touched my PlayStation for the past 2 months, pretty much. That and Balatro in the car.
I've been playing a lot of PS5.
I love PlayStation 5 is great, but PlayStation sucks.
It them triggers.
them triggers. Helldivers 2 is still popping off. One of the most popular
Your
games of
news
all
is
time.
just your life.
Yep. Helldivers 2 is still the best thing that's
Why
happening.
haven't we squatted up yet?
Is Helldivers only on PlayStation?
I'm usually only on after work.
Is Helldivers
which
only on
exciting.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know.
They are crushing it. PlayStation monthly games this month are Skull, Minecraft Legends, and Immortals.
Skull looks interesting. I haven't
Does.
played it.
I've played Minecraft Legends before. It's not terrible.
Why?
I played with my brother.
Minecraft is getting a movie
Yeah.
Why?
starring Jack Black and Jason Momoa.
Okay, I'm in.
I'm optimistic, cautiously.
I wonder if they're gonna put Hero Brian in there.
I hope that they
Remember
have.
Hero Brian?
I hope they have the pig character.
It scared me as a kid. Hero Brian.
Those minions. Gru.
Creepers.
Gru.
Gru.
They
What
added-
are we doing?
They added Fallout 4 to the PlayStation Spartacus Premium Plus extra super membership.
Nice work.
That game has been popping off since the show came out. I heard.
Yeah, I've actively fought the urge to download it.
Fallout 76 seems to be in an extremely playable state.
They actually GamerRanks just did a before you buy Fallout 76 like update, and I played Fallout 76 like 3 years ago.
I played it when it first came out, and it was bad news.
I liked the role playing element of it, and then I didn't have anybody to play with.
Were you a sexy teacher?
Yeah,
The show is canon, right?
yeah, the show is canon.
The show is canon. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
A lot of the old writers are like, but that's not what happened. Blah blah blah.
There's a number of like shots or reveals, and I just look over. I'm like, I think this is for gamers, Carly, because I don't.
Shady Sands is in Fallout New Vegas.
Because like when they do a reveal and they're like, it's clearly something that's supposed to mean a lot. I'm like, I have no context. Yeah.
Does that make you feel inferior?
No, I really don't care about a lot these days.
Put that on his tombstone.
Yeah, I just really don't care a lot these days. Okay.
What have we been playing?
How's your love life?
What have we been playing? I'll go first. I beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
How many hours did it take you?
I think 102 hours is what I wound up with.
It's a lot of time.
I finished off at about 95. I didn't do every side thing. So.
Yeah, the part of that at the end, I'm like, I don't want to do Cactuar Crush hard mode with Aerith. I don't want to, but I did. The only things that I didn't complete are like the brutal and extra hard challenge fights.
Who cares?
Yeah. I'm to the point where I'm like, I watched YouTube videos of people talking about the platinum trophies and how horrible it was and how much it ruined their weeks. And I was like,
Why would you want to?
you're really not selling me on this.
Well, the other thing too is that this is such a bigger, meatier game than Remake ever was. Like, I felt like I got my content. I felt like if I wanted to go further, I could have.
Yeah.
And easily, there was a lot of shit to do. And I decided, especially with the some of the really shitty mini games attached to like the artifacts.
Some of them are very bad, but at least almost every mini game is optional side content,
Yeah, it's true.
which that's good. And there will be a replay somewhere down the line. And when I do it, I'm not going to do the mini games. And I look forward to that. And I'm wondering, all right, the experience then goes down to 40, 50, 60 hours.
Probably.
And the pacing will feel better.
Yeah.
There's something weird about, all right, now we're in Cosmo Canyon region. Here, there's a narrative thrust, but I have 10 hours of side shit that I do. And then I get there, I'm like, okay, we're looking for hooded figures, but I'm not sure because you lose who knows? You lose the story a little bit.
That's maybe my one complaint. However, they fixed everything I didn't like about Remake. Basically in this game.
One thing that's really cool about beating the game is some of the new options you unlock, and one of them is skip the Zack stuff, which are just major slogs. They don't correlate back to. We're not going to spoil anything from the game. They don't really there's no carried over progress. No. Which whenever there's something where I'm not getting experience, getting items, I really just struggle.
Essentially, any flashback.
Yeah, and so that can be taken out. I'm very excited to do a playthrough again at some point where I can skip all that side content because 3 or 4 of the mini games are very cool, and then there's a lot of busy ones, and then there's a couple bad ones. Yeah, but that game still, despite having some rough moments, there's one chapter I hate. Still a 10 out of 10 experience for me.
Yeah.
What a generous game. Any game that's over 100 hours of that much content and just the number of music tracks is staggering to me. How much work is in every detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll follow that by saying that this game is basically it proves my theory. And I said this on Discord. I was expecting kind of a game the size of Remake when I started this.
Are you talking about length or scope?
Length and scope.
Okay.
And I was worried that there were going to be 7 of these.
Thank God there isn't.
And clearly, but there's so much love crafted into this. There's so much painstaking, little small details that you can see. And everything that you do at least is interesting. There's no moment where I was ever just fuck this shit. Let's get rid of this shit.
I like almost all of the choices.
Yeah.
Yep.
And finally, Final Fantasy VII has its own card game of the big, holy PS1 trio.
Yep. Not as good as Triple Triad.
Gwent.
Okay.
Love Gwent.
Triple Triad is really good.
It's the best. Tetramaster sucks.
Tetramaster is really bad.
Yeah, so I beat Rebirth, and I've taken a little break this week. I've been, I dick around on Balatro a little bit, but mostly I've just been not gaming for a little while before I jump into Ayuden Chronicle, which I'm very excited to play because I have it. And
can I give you an early impression?
Sure.
It's good.
I saw Jason Schreier, somebody that I value their opinion a lot. They are a great journalist, and I like their perspective. They had a Twitter post saying that they were ultimately pretty disappointed by a lot of the game, but also some of the game needed patches to fix a couple things. I received the physical copy, and they said there was a update. It's don't play it because a patch needs to happen. And if you start with the save now before the patch, there is something that might be wrong with your game later where you can't recruit everybody.
Oh.
And I was like, that's
a bummer.
I don't like hearing any of that.
I will say the game is gorgeous.
Yeah.
They do a 2.5D on a 3D scale kind of thing that I really enjoy, especially from Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy. Everyone's favorite. That it actually fucking works. And I think this is better animated, though. This game has a lot of care put into its art direction.
Yeah.
The story, I don't know if I'm ever going to give a shit about another JRPG story. It feels like I'm getting old enough to where I need something.
Rune lenses. This is the power of the rune lens.
Essentially.
It can cause wars to be won, but it's also a lens.
Exactly.
This one has fire.
I so I've already got 5 of the heroes. I played for 2 hours today.
Okay.
Got 5 of them, and they're fun. Everyone has their own little ability. I like switching them around in their rows and figuring out what works, what doesn't work. And I think that this is also going to... I think people will be disappointed with this, if only for a few things. Random encounters, again.
That's something that they've had to patch in already. At least with the frame rate on, like, at least the PC, something was off, causing random encounters to almost never happen.
I experienced very few random encounters.
Yeah.
The balance of that, pretty bad.
I also don't want to be inundated with random encounters.
No, but you have to hit that right, like, sweet spot. Like, you have to earn enough experience to beat the boss.
Yeah.
But I was wandering around these woods, man, and I swear to God, I was just collecting everything, and I was just like, oh, okay, you don't want me to play. That's fine, but I will ultimately say that I'm going to give this much more of a shot because I do love the Suikoden games.
Yeah.
To specifically Poster.
Naturally.
In the recording room, which is probably a masterpiece in terms of JRPG design.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's a throwback, and I think a lot of people are going to be turned off by the fact that this was intentionally made to be like a sequel to Suikoden 2.
That's fine.
That's what it feels like
It's
so
a
far.
spiritual successor.
But it feels like a sequel. It almost feels like they... In
Yeah,
the
but it
truest
doesn't
form.
take place in the Dunan Unification War, so what's he talking about? Now, if Vicky or Jean shows up, then we can talk sequels because they're in every one of them.
Is he the kangaroo? Is he the bird?
Vicky is a ditzy sorceress who always teleports to the wrong place. She actually goes in the order of the game. She teleports in time, so as soon as she leaves one
I remember
ward,
her.
she's great. And then
okay.
Jean is, for some reason, like an immortal, like mega hot babe rune lady.
Oh. So it's like Anna in Fire Emblem. She's always a merchant.
Definitely. And also like Croc from Legend of the Gobos.
Nice.
Yeah.
When are the Gobos coming back, guys?
The Croc 3 Quickstarter is not doing good.
If I wrote a script for a Gobos episode and everyone had to act it out, would you guys do it?
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing Croc.
Oh, you'd play Croc.
I talk like this. I'm a Croc. G'day, mate.
I think we need to go back to the casting department and figure this shit out.
What the fuck have you guys been playing? Helldivers, I love it. How about you, Dylan?
Helldivers 2 is still the best thing that's happened to me in a very long time. I love this fucking game. I also have been playing MLB 2024, the show, because it's baseball season.
Yeah.
And I like to play sports games.
Okay.
And it usually coincides with the playoffs or the start of the season. I'll start playing sports games again.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's not bad. Apparently, I haven't played one since like 2022, 2021. Apparently, this is a dog shit game compared to the other ones. Ooh. But I'm having fun playing it.
I played the other ones. They're kind of cool.
I just hit the ball, and it goes far. I'm playing as Brewers. I've played like 18 games, which is like full games.
I impressed my stepdad with a video game by showing him MLB 23.
Apparently that one was way better. People are saying that this one's not very good, but I'm having fun playing it. But I did buy a game today because I haven't been playing like a narrative-driven game in a while. I've been kind of just playing sports games or Helldivers or Balatro. A little bit of Pokemon Violet since you lent it to me. I'm like
Are you enjoying it?
6 or 7 hours in.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Who's your starter?
I picked the
Did you do
crocodile one.
Oh,
you didn't go with
great
Frumpy?
choice.
You didn't go with Frumpy Dump Truck?
No, I almost went with the grass type.
That's the best one.
The cat.
technically.
That one, the water duck looks stupid. I don't like his hair. I was like, get that hair out of here.
You don't like his pompadour?
I don't like his pompadour.
Pompadours are cool.
But I was like,
especially on ducks. Are you kidding? I haven't even seen this guy and I love him.
no, there's a little fire croc. And I was like, I'm looking at you and I'm seeing Totodile.
Fire reptiles are too obvious, dude.
But this one's really cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Whatever.
The only thing I don't like that, I don't know when they started doing it, but in Violet, your entire party XP's up with every battle.
Why don't you like that?
Because
It gets rid of experience share, the dumbest item on the face of the
I guess I just wasn't used to it. So now I'm just.
Them all leveling up is great because otherwise you're going to go into a battle and have to cycle them all in, hit one attack, and then I don't know. It's just a waste of time.
It blew my mind that it was there.
They started that around, I would probably say Gen 6, which would be like the first 3D ones. And it's highly beneficial. And trust me, it's good. It's a good thing.
It's taken me a little bit to get used to.
But it's nice. You got to admit
It is.
Now your Pokemon aren't earning EVs. They're not earning effort values. They're just going up. In you know what EVs are, right?
No.
Do you know who Arceus is?
Yeah, that's God.
He's good.
We talked about it before.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain effort values here.
No, but Violet's pretty cool. But I did buy a game last night, this morning. It might have been a drunken purchase, but I'm looking forward to it.
It might have been. So you don't know if it was?
Which means it was.
Final Fantasy 16.
Nice. Cool. I could have just lent you my disc.
I was at home and was like, I'm going to buy a video game.
It's fine. I'll let Brad use it.
So it should be downloaded and ready to go by the time I get home. So that's my plan for the rest of the day. But
nice.
That's what I will be playing. Spoiler alert for a month from now.
Nice.
And Unicorn Overlord.
I beat Unicorn Overlord.
How many hours?
People at the bar telling me to play that.
People are raving.
The
Discord has been harassing the shit out of me about this.
I spent 55 hours in Unicorn Overlord.
That's a good length.
It is an amazing video game. Down to the customization. The story is kind of blah, but at the end I found myself like poking my wife and going like, that's the dude from the thing. And she's like, I don't care. But it's beautifully animated. It looks amazing. All the way to its bones. Its UI, its menu, everything just pops. It feels right. And the way you set up your units and all the formations, I couldn't have asked for anything more. I fucking love this video game. It's tasty on a level that I cannot describe. It hits all of my notes. Like, it's like level these characters up. Figure out when to ascend to their class. It's Fire Emblem, and I'm just going to say it. It's a better Fire Emblem.
Holy shit, dude. Damn.
And it's got RTS mechanics, but there's like a pause you can do. So when you're moving characters around, it's not on grids. It's all just characters who can do various things. Certain terrains slow them down. So you have to be really careful about how you assemble your units and who you make the leaders, because the leaders can do different things based on their class. But if you have the right setup, you can absolutely run through enemies like nothing. I'm going to do hard mode next, just because I have not played a game this good in a very, very long time.
I'm going to play it.
You're going to have to.
I'm going to play it.
All right. So, yeah.
Is it an indie game?
It is from Vanilla.
Is it an indie game?
No, it's not an indie game.
Okay, it can't be an indie game
Japanese.
month then.
No, it cannot.
It's not an indie game. It's Japanese. That's not what a qualifier for an indie game.
It's a Japanese studio who made a lot of other things.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. How do you quantify indie again?
Independent developer who maybe gets published through a larger company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Fucking whatever. It's not an indie game, though. It's a very popular company. Then I played Megaton Musashi Wired, which is the second version of the same game that's been released. Fantastic. Mostly a visual novel. Anime is shit. I won't go too in depth on it because I've put in maybe 8 hours into it. I love it. It's a little basic. It reminds me a little bit of a Dynasty Warriors, but
That's a bad thing to say. Now I don't want to play it.
but it's fun.
Okay, maybe I want to play it.
It's good, and the story is very conceptual, a little basic, but it's fun.
How are the jiggle physics?
None to be heard of yet.
Not going to play it.
They don't.
I kind of don't want to play it.
I'll give you more on that later. I would then go to Stellar Blade, which I have played a significant amount of.
A lot of people are playing that right now.
People are saying the new Taylor Swift album is the Dark Souls of Taylor Swift albums.
That's stupid.
I actually saw that.
I listened to a couple tracks off that album, and again, nothing against Taylor Swift. If you like Taylor Swift, that's great. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't think she's even bad at all. She's a good musician. I don't get it, though. I don't get the cult mentality.
It's not for you.
I do not understand.
But the reason I brought up Dark Souls is because on the Discord you mentioned Dark Souls in relevance to Stellar Blade.
this game is not it's not a Souls-like.
People are saying it is. No?
It has so much more in common with Nier Automata, down to the story beats and everything. There is literally a little robot drone that follows you around on the right side.
I like that.
This game has some of like maybe the difficulty elements, but I think that is so disingenuous to say like this is this because of this one thing. The lock-on is the pressing in on the right stick. Okay. And I would put this more with Nier Automata because the combos are definitely similar. There are like special moves you can do if you're doing it right. It just feels a little stupid to call this a Souls-like. And that's my main gripe. There are ledges with yellow markings. So this is a company that was a mobile game studio before they made this game. And you can kind of tell, but they really put their heart into this. For as wonky as it can be, I will say that this is a good game. I think it works. And I don't know, I feel like this game has been debated to death based on its depiction of women more than anything, but nobody's approaching this game and talking about it as just a fucking video game. I think people should play it.
I'd give it a shot.
There's a demo available, I saw.
The demo is extensive.
Yeah.
It'll tell
you. Does it carry over?
Yeah, it does.
Get
And
the
it's
demo.
literally the first part of the game.
I'll play the demo.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to keep playing it. Even if I'm unenthused about playing it, but I still feel the desire to play it, that puts you in kind of the good category, no matter what. Even if it's not totally my shit, the more the game is progressing, the more I'm able to do with my character. But I don't know. Brad, you look tired.
Yeah. A little bit. I reckon.
I'm dying.
I'm here.
I'm doing great.
You're the freshest face on the show, though. That's standard.
I've
You're either the
always
freshest
have
or by far the least fresh, but that almost never happens.
There are occasions.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
This is top 3 hangover episodes for me. I'm
Really?
hurting.
You're that bad?
But that's every episode, though.
No, this is special.
What's your favorite weapon in Helldivers 2?
I've been using the pray and spray shotgun. What is it called? The breaker. The pray and spray breaker. I like that one quite a bit.
I've
I
been
usually
using the incendiary shotgun.
I don't have that one yet because I spent all my super creds before I realized I had to buy the war bombs.
Oh, I have that one.
But I like that one. The anti-material rifle. When I'm playing automatons, I do a little sniper build.
That's fun.
I like that quite a bit.
Yeah.
But the rail cannon or the rail cannon is my jam.
Absolutely.
And I got the orbital laser and the air cannon strike. So I mean, not a lot can fuck with me right now.
I like the walking barrage.
Yeah, and it goes on for forever.
I know.
And my brother, I'll be like, hang back, it's gonna get you. And then he's like Leroy Jenkins, and he's like, no, it'll be fine. And then he gets blown up.
Gets annihilated.
I only have one speed of gaming, and that's irresponsible and out in the open.
We should squat up sometime.
Yeah.
I got to walk Marcus through the game tonight. He's gonna jump on.
I got Phil on the Discord to play with me, and we had a fucking blast.
Well, anybody you play that game with, it's just there's so much teamwork that is involved. That
Well, I was like, let's chat over the Discord.
How big are parties?
4.
Okay.
Yeah. The only problem is I usually only play after I get off work, and by that time it's like midnight.
You know,
So
Brad, you'd actually like the game.
yeah, it is so fun.
I'm stretched so thin.
But I'm about to start playing
Brad,
Final
you
Fantasy
look,
16.
you just look,
I feel emaciated.
you look beat up.
Yeah, dude, there's no more high lifes in Bayview. Like, they're gone.
I mean, I got some at home.
So I didn't know how the jukebox worked, and I thought you had to hit the buttons and then hit enter.
I thought you were going to say you had to hit it like Fonzie.
And it didn't make, like, it didn't say, like, locked in or anything. So I accidentally played Summer Lovin' from Grease 3 times in a row.
That's fucking awesome.
And the bartender Tony's like, "You want me to turn it off?" I'm like, "Nah, that's fine." Summer Lovin'. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Did you get very far? Did you have sex in a pressured state that's kind of sexual assault?
Did she put up a fight?
Yep.
That's a line.
Yeah.
And also, those are 35-year-old men pretending to be high schoolers.
Those are very old men.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not ready for the final, teacher.
You mean the teens of Riverdale are actually 28?
Oh,
Shut
my
your
God.
whore mouth, okay?
Well,
Jughead, Betty, Veronica, and Archie? All of them?
Leave Archie out of it. That's what we've been playing. And we're going to take a quick break to grab some beers, and we'll be right back. Breaking news. It's not really breaking news. It sounded horrible.
Yes.
Sorry.
Xbox reportedly making plans to launch Fallout 5 before 2030.
Wait. 2030?
Yeah. You didn't hear that when you walked out, did you?
No, this isn't news. This is...
It's
nothing.
I didn't know why you were so jacked to put it in the show.
Who gives a shit?
I know.
This is bad.
Then I thought it'd be hilarious because it
I had a
just goes...
I had a whole bit in my
What
head.
about Elder Scrolls 6?
That's actually in here. It says
Thank
Elder
God.
Scrolls 6 by 2027 or 2028. Also,
I'm gonna be a fucking middle-aged man. I don't care. The last one came out when I was 21.
I'm gonna have a baby at that point.
I know. For fuck's sake, who cares?
Tyler,
we were
fuck you, Tyler.
we were just talking about how cool it was when the Fallout 4 trailer dropped, and then the game comes out in 2 months.
Man,
Earlier.
There's gonna be on season 4 of the TV show before that comes out.
2030. There is a good chance I have liver failure by then.
I'm gonna be fucking 40 years old.
2030.
I'm gonna be as old as Tom.
Yeah, I'm gonna
when
be
I
almost
met him.
40.
We're gonna record an episode that day, and I guarantee Tyler's gonna be like, "Dude, I'm so hungover today." But the liver's still good.
It's a tale as old as time.
You gotta be worried. Fatty liver. I have fatty liver.
I heard.
I got pickled liver.
I heard somebody say the other day, sober in Wisconsin means you have no DUIs.
That's pretty good.
I'm good to drive. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Unrelated Fishing Talk here with Brad. Much like living life, a catfish can take your money.
Sometimes you noodle them out of the water. Sometimes you noodle them
She
out
was
of
a
the
man in Russia. I thought she was my girl.
I loved her.
And then I had to kill a lot of people to get enough money to pay for her bits.
I am so fucking lost right now.
I am too. What's going on?
We're about to drink some beer that
What do we got here,
brought,
Dylan?
and we're going to
got
talk
the,
about bad
I
endings
actually-
in video games.
So I got this for us.
Yeah, that was so simple.
yes.
I got this beer for us based on what I chose in Mass Effect as the ending.
The red ending?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Rusket Red by Oliphant Brewing. It's a Wisconsin red lager, and I actually adore this. This is actually a great beer.
I really want to get...
Highly drinkable.
They're out of Somerset, right? Does it say Somerset on here?
I think so.
Yeah. I really want to get up to the tap room. I met the owner at the Third Space IPA Fest because I was there working it for OPE. And they're really dope dudes. And I told them that I really like Honey's and Schmonies because those are two great beers. And then they gave me their, it's like their s'mores one. I forget the name of it, though. It's another Schmonies thing. They gave me the last can.
Schmorny?
It might be Schmonies. No, yeah, it's Honey's, Chonies, Schmonies. Those are
Joni loves Chachi.
You make me schmorny, baby, and it's Austin Powers themed.
I could get down with that.
This is a cute can. I like the little guys on it. Yeah. Unrelated, that blarg that we had last week on the Raw Dogs, that's a Mario World enemy.
Really?
The little lava dragons that pop up,
That's a
those
blarg?
are called blargs.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that either.
That was a tasty beverage.
Yeah. But yeah, it's related because of cute creatures on a beer can.
Yeah.
So we're talking
Bad endings.
Bad endings in games. And I can throw one out there very quick because we've already talked about it in a previous episode.
Okay.
Is it Asylum or City that the Joker gets all roided up?
I don't know. You're the one who's a famous video game podcaster. Why don't you tell us?
I think it's Asylum.
It's the end boss of Asylum.
Yeah.
Arkham City's got
Bad
a great ending.
Bad ending.
Arkham Asylum, bad ending.
Yeah.
Now, you're saying that the Joker, who's not known for trying to be out physical, like out fighting the Batman,
Yes.
we're going to have him be the boss?
Yeah, we're going to roid him up. It's not like Bane isn't standing right there.
Yeah.
Like, you got Bane for that. You could just do Bane.
That could be fine. Any of, like, that would make sense.
If Bane was the size of a small building and I was fighting him, that makes sense. The Joker, though, that's stupid. And why did you do that? I hate you.
In a game that has so many good decisions throughout most of it, like just
I think it's the best of that trilogy.
the small, like
The gameplay until the ending.
No, what the game is, it's a Metroidvania with
small claustrophobic spaces.
Yeah.
Good combat.
It's very fun.
Yeah, that's a master class. That is one of the best openings in a video game.
Oh, my God, yeah.
yeah, Kevin Conroy. Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn. Ooh la la.
Lady Gaga
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Can't wait to see Lady Gaga.
has Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I actually think that's a good choice.
Yeah. I think it's going to be more of a musical than we think.
It's going to be much more of a musical.
Well, it's not going to have...
Because it's twisted in that way.
I don't think it can outdo Gary Glitter's Rock and Roll Part 2. That sequence where he's walking down the stairs and amping himself up.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That is just that's amazing. I think Joaquin Phoenix elevated that movie. I think that the script wasn't great. I think it was fine.
I think
it was super derivative. It's just ripping off a whole bunch of Scorsese.
Yeah, but
Joaquin Phoenix brought the heat to that role.
Well, Scorsese, like the Taxi Driver feel that it has is
King of comedy feel that it has.
Yeah. Well, he gets hit by a taxi, so
Doesn't happen in Taxi Driver. No one gets hit by
I
a
know.
taxi in Taxi Driver.
The good drivers in Taxi Driver.
Are you talking about the Jimmy Fallon joint with Queen Latifah?
That movie's awesome.
That movie was on cable the other day.
Yeah.
Honey, you want to go for a ride? Check out these wheels.
Oh, geez, I'm just Jimmy Fallon.
Buckle up for safety, motherfucker. And then they cut out the motherfucker because she squeals her tires. So it's buckle
Mother-
up for safety.
So you've actually seen the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I just guessed.
I haven't.
I just guessed. It's fine.
I mean, it's a stupid movie.
That one is pretty bad. I don't think it's egregious though. I don't think that's on the level of like
It's the need to have a big bombastic boss, and
that's the unfortunate ending of a lot of video games though.
it was dictated. They were told that they had to have a big ending, and they didn't want to have the Joker do that, and it was more like studio pressure that kind of forced it on them.
Yeah, that's dumb. You fucked it up, guys. But I forgive you because the game is so good.
It's true.
Let's talk about Mass Effect because we have the beer.
Sure.
We already brought up Mass Effect.
Yeah. So when it originally released, I beat the game in probably 27 hours, probably. And
I beat it in 26.
I got to the ending, and from the get-go, I had a bad feeling the moment I saw the ghost child in the opening of Mass Effect 3. Are you aware of Mass Effect at all?
Yeah, I beat the trilogy.
The theory that people had for what was actually happening, that Shepard was actually indoctrinated.
Yeah.
That was
That's
fucking
way more interesting.
awesome. Way
That's
interesting.
more interesting.
Yeah.
And it would
was not the
explain
case.
why he was having visions of a dead child and all this stupid shit. But you were worried.
I was worried, and I went through the game. A lot of great character endings. Morden.
The ending with Talizora
Yeah.
and what's his name? Legion.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Does this unit have a soul?
Erdnot Rex and what's the little baby guy? Grunt. Yep.
I like
all of them. All the characters. Like they stuck the landings on the character endings.
Exactly. Which is weird when it comes to the game itself, because it ended up being a choice between control, synthesis, and destruction.
Yeah.
But if you came at it from any other point other than destruction, you're like, come on. Because the theme ends up being about, organics versus non-organics. That's what the game really starts to push, which wasn't huge. I mean, the Geth are a huge enemy within the game that you're facing, but it's never what the game was actually about. The game was about entropy and the ultimate destruction of humankind, and that could include robots.
What I found, also minor spoilers for everything we're talking about, if you care, if you're listening. What bothered me the most about it is there were 3 games of me making decisions that I thought would have a payoff.
Nope.
And other than I made sure Caden Alenko didn't die because he was less evil than a racist, but somehow way less interesting than a racist too. But the fact that I saved him, and the fact that you save characters or things happen, it pays off in small moments throughout the game. Mm-hmm. But I expected the ending to have some sort of repercussions from what I had done. And it's not. It is, here are 3 flipsy-dipsy choices. And, afterwards, you don't really get to see what happens. You're told what happens.
But they made a patch, and you could.
And even then, the patch... Also, I don't like the way that the gaming community attacked them, the studio. I understand the need for an ending.
Completely unfair.
And then the fact that they also kowtowed, and they're like, yep, we'll patch in an ending. We'll make it. You can't if you give an inch, these internet trolls will take a mile.
Yeah.
I think the reason that it was so hated was the fact that if you didn't have all these choices, nailing that ending, like if it were just scripted, people would have been like, yeah, okay, it sucks, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever done. And with this, it's like, I think it was supposed to represent moral choices because, blue usually represents Paragon, red represents Renegade, but controlling the Reapers would have been just as bad as destroying them. I think they wanted you to take the green route.
Green means go.
I chose destruction because
it was like...
But you also destroy all, AI creatures then, right?
No. Oh, you do.
And that's what, yeah.
But I honestly didn't feel too bad about that. I chose it because it's like, I don't know, your fucking pilot falls in love with Edie, and it was a robot.
Hi, I'm Seth Green, and I'm horny for computers.
And that's okay. You can do that.
Yeah.
I wondered at the end of the day.
Terrible jiggle physics.
No, almost none.
Actually none.
But choosing red...
Would it be weird if I had sex with Joker?
Edie, we don't care.
Well, you want to know
Honestly, I'd be surprised.
I just didn't think...
How do you?
Well, she
gets a hole, and,
And let's not forget, in our room, we do have the sexy Thane pillow.
I miss him.
It's right in my line of view, too.
That's what you look at the whole time. That or a picture of you as the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
That's a great picture, too.
Equally as sexy, I might say.
Yeah,
you look that smile?
It's the dead eyes is what it is.
And that smile. Yeah, Mass Effect 3, notoriously hated ending.
I just didn't... I found the unification between humans and robots was already happening within the story. There are cyborg people anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what do you mean merging?
I merged.
Why merge?
Well, we talked about playing an evil character, and I played default Shepherd. I didn't change the way he looked, but I made him kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
I didn't play a nice man. I played a kind of a gruff space pilot, warrior that just fucking...
I'm a Paragon, but I will punch a journalist.
I do Paragon things sometimes when I'm just like, no, I'm not taking that.
And if the choice is shoot Rex or do whatever I need to make him safe, I will save him.
Of course.
Shepherd. Yeah, the best. I have an ending that is baffling, and the game series took a major turn afterwards. Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, boy.
Now, what's Connor's name?
Rahunagedon?
This motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
And which Pokemon was he?
Wait,
He was Native American type.
Okay, so we're talking about the Native American.
We're talking about the American Revolution.
Connor Kenway.
It's disappointing for many reasons. I actually like that game quite a bit. It has its problems, but
Very fun.
Very cool setting. I like Connor as a character quite a bit.
Yeah, me too.
It was the first game we got to ship to.
Seems like you're
Sea
getting
warfare.
the first thing that I don't like is you're getting brought up to this final epic fight with Charles Lee. Yeah. He's the bad guy. It seems like it's going there, and then you just stab him over drinks, and it's not like a big exciting end.
I liked that.
But it's okay because it's an Assassin's thing. But my major problem with the ending involves not Connor, involves Desmond.
Who I could not give less of a fuck about at all.
Imagine what you don't like about Assassin's Creed, the first trilogy, and it's anytime you're out of the Animus.
Yeah,
Well, it's not really a trilogy. It's a hexology.
Well, I mean, what are we talking about? Brotherhood and
They count.
what's the other
Because
one?
Revelations.
Revelations. Those are Assassin's Creed 2 sequels, spinoffs, whatever.
Yeah, but you need to play them in order to understand what happens in 3 because there's shit with Desmond in those too.
Yeah, and plus Ezio is the best.
Now I want to play Assassin's Creed. Shit. But Desmond, no one likes those segments when you're getting out of there. It's cool to see like the overarching story, what's happening in the present time. You feel like it's going somewhere, but it never does. And Desmond all of a sudden is talking to a computer space goddess lady. And she's like, the world will end unless you do this. And he chooses to make a sacrifice. And it's this 10, 15-minute sequence. I don't know who she is. I don't care about Desmond. And what the fuck is this all about?
It's about the first people.
And they're like, oh, Desmond's dead. And I'm like,
Don't care.
I was like, good.
Well,
Can we not do that anymore? And then afterwards, they started just having the Templars are making video games and people are doing video game research. I'm like, this is fine. I'm in.
They just do one little segment at the beginning of the game because you have to do it now of somebody getting into the Animus.
Yep.
And one maybe at the end. Do not pull me out. When I was playing Valhalla, I was so deep into that game.
Yeah.
I was having a great time. And then it cuts to some stupid fucking idiot scientist that I don't care about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this I was raiding. I was pillaging. I was living the life.
Okay, there's Valhalla, and Valhalla is,
the third in the trilogy, it goes
Origins,
Odyssey,
Valhalla.
and then Valhalla.
and then there's Ragnarok. No.
Ragnarok is the DLC for Valhalla.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like the roguelike.
Yeah, I can't keep all my games straight in my head.
Valhalla was kind of fun. I played a little bit of that.
Yeah, but I remember just loving everything I was playing in Assassin's Creed 3, and then the ending was this wet fart where I was disinterested, and I want to sit there and look at the credits and be like, yeah.
I think thematically, from Connor's point of view, I think that worked. That ending worked because he finds out that George Washington might have been the actual impetus for his entire life, technically. Because George Washington is the one who had the troops that burned down his village. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, he goes on the war path, not metaphorically. He shaves his head in a weird way, and then he gets like the face paint. And he goes after Charles Lee because Charles Lee was the acting officer who burned down his tribe.
Yeah.
But I think that there's like such a muted kind of weirdness to that ending that I actually really appreciated at the time.
But the Desmond stuff, no.
The Desmond stuff I was fine with because I thought eventually, I was like, okay, now it's done. And it's never been done. It's now, how much later? It's 12 years later after that. And now
10
we're still
games
dealing
later?
with it. And there's still questions about Desmond's corpse, and he is going to return again. Mark my fucking words.
Yeah, especially when you have
The Animus, like you can just live as Desmond inside of it.
Well, also, it's not Troy Baker. Who's the other one?
Nolan North.
Yeah, Nolan North is the
North
voice
was,
of Troy Baker. So
Wait, what? Nolan
Nolan North is the voice of
Nolan North is the voice
He's been voicing Troy Baker this whole time.
It was just one guy.
He's like, I can't have every role in games. I have to have an alter ego. He's a ghost writer.
I'm back, Ellie.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I thought it was kind of a wet fart of an ending.
I have this much time for your outside of the anime stuff. I'll give you 10 minutes at the beginning, and I'll give you 10 minutes at the end.
Do not interrupt me.
Do it as gracefully as you can. Get in and out. I'm not here to snuggle afterwards. I am here to play Assassin's Creed and fuck. And yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. A lot of that shit is still hyper present, and I know way too much of the lore at this point.
I know too much of it too.
And
that was your first episode.
Yeah, exactly. And I just got sick of it because it wasn't actually going anywhere. They would drop a hint, and I'm just like, then why was I doing this? Like, it's just like, tell me a story, because you're telling me stories within stories. That's essentially what Assassin's Creed is.
And then you get out, and there's like 10 computer files, and they're like, our English agent was killed. And I'm like, wow, whoa.
That sucks. I'm gonna go back in this bed over here.
Can I just be Cassandra again? Because I was having a lot of fun. I have her dressed up like Wonder Woman at school.
Yeah,
it's not period accurate, but it's exclamation accurate if you know what I'm talking about.
I had a hard time with this one because I kind of take shit as it is, you know?
Yeah.
I'm never like gonna bust down the gates to be like, this ending fucking sucks. And so I really had to search, and I could barely find anything. I thought about it. I went through my entire list of played games, and I was just like, well, I mean, there are bad endings to games in general. There are games where there's like, because games are becoming so sophisticated now that you can have multiple endings to games. Which one is canon? I'm not sure. But if you don't do enough shit
until they make the sequel and they have to choose,
right?
Yeah,
I would say maybe Metal Gear Solid if you don't save Meryl in the torture scene. Because Revolver Ocelot straps you, and then you have to press the X button really fast. Like, I'm talking like you have to survive it by doing that. And if you don't save her, the ending is way more dour. And it's not the canon ending, but at the time it could have been.
Yeah.
Because it was really difficult.
Metal Gear Solid popped up on a few different lists. Some people were trying to put Metal Gear Solid 2 on there.
No,
I couldn't more disagree with anyone categorically. That Metal Gear Solid 2 is a masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3, great ending. Metal Gear Solid 4, it's fine. The ending's weird.
Yeah.
And it's also an hour and a half long cutscene.
Maybe
Maybe I'll put that on the list.
we could talk about Nier Automata. 26 endings.
26? Holy shit.
Well,
some of them you can do by jumping off a ledge.
There's like 3 or 4 or maybe 6 like regular-ish endings.
There's one you can do right away just by running backwards.
Well, my favorite ending is
you abandoned your post.
you customize this. The only one that I wanted to bring up is you have computer chips that you customize to like boost your stats or change parts of your thing. And one of the chips is OS.
Yep.
You
can remove it.
If you remove it, it game overs because you die.
You're just fucking dead. I like that a lot, though.
Isn't there one where if you look up her skirt, she blows up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when she's going up a ladder.
Yoko Taro knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch. And then that's probably what he was thinking.
You know...
Do you have any other ones? Because I have a whole bunch we could bring up.
Bring them up, because I'm still like, what's a weird, obscure one where
I think I'm in the same boat as you two, where I don't necessarily think like that ending sucked. I just take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Like, I might be disappointed sometimes, but I struggle to think of a game where I was like, that fucking blew.
I haven't played this, but this is on a lot of lists.
Okay.
Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Before the DLC.
No, I know.
Yep. Similar to Mass Effect 3, choose one of 3 endings, all resulting in the same ending.
Yes. It's the illusion of a choice.
Well, so did you know that the entirety of Fallout's story basically revolves around the desalinization of seawater?
Sign me up.
I mean, to drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Like deradiating it and making drinkable water. That is your entire quest in Fallout 3.
That makes sense.
It works.
You need water.
It works, but it's also like not like your narrative thrust is finding your fucking dad, who's Liam Neeson.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's like, you will not find me.
Then you do.
Well, then you find out it was Liam Neeson.
But then you fight a giant robot the Super Patriot or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Liberty Prime. Sorry.
you choose one of 3 endings, and then the same thing happens no matter what.
Yeah.
And then also, you don't get to do any end game stuff.
No.
That's it. Game over.
Yep.
And that seems lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fixed the ending with the Broken Steel DLC. But since that was a paid DLC, many Fallout 3 fans are still angry.
I played a lot of Fallout 3. That game I probably played through 4 or 5 times, different builds.
Once or twice for me.
I fucking love that game. I like it way better than 4.
But New Vegas came out.
New Vegas
not
is really
that long
great.
after, and then that was just what I played.
Well, I played it when it first came out, and it was not good.
New Vegas?
New Vegas was not good when it first came out.
When I played
Are
it,
you saying
it was great.
Bethesda games aren't good when they come out?
I don't
This
know.
was
if you-
Obsidian
Yeah.
using the engine.
Oh.
It was a little buggy, but I
majorly
didn't really have a problem with it.
It's fine.
How about a little game called Knights of the Old Republic 2?
Never played it.
Oh yeah, an unfinished game.
Yes. Before dealing with the sinister Kreia at the game's end, she reveals what happened to your allies. There's no flashy cutscenes or in-depth narrations. It's just a few cryptic sentences about being one with the Force, and the game just kind of thuds at the end because they didn't have time to finish it.
That's the whole reason I never even touched that game.
That was on a lot of lists. There is supposedly a patch or like a fan-made mod which puts everything back in that was missing. Pikmin. I have a Pikmin ending on here.
Pikmin.
Do you know which one I mean?
If you don't get all 30 parts, but you get less than 25, basically Olimar tries to get in his ship before repairing it all, and then the ship blows up, and he becomes like a Pikmin, and
He dies. He gets buried in the ground by
Yeah.
the Pikmin, and then he becomes a Pikmin,
yeah.
which I think is pretty cool.
Did you know that Pikmin 4 is the reality where that happened?
Oh, really?
Because there's a
Do you not play as Olimar in 4?
no.
Who do you play as?
You play as like a custom character,
Ah, okay.
and it actually rules. But that is based off of that ending.
There's a game that you're not a big fan of,
No.
Undertale.
Undertale. There's so many endings though.
Now, the ending for the Genocide run, it's super interesting. So the Genocide run is very tough to do. You have to kill
Yeah.
literally everything in the game. Upon relaunching the game, only a black screen with Howling Wind appears. Inputs do nothing. Nothing happens on the screen for 10 minutes before you get addressed by Chara. They addressed the character then, and they said they could restore the world so you could play it again in exchange for your soul. I'm like, that is just some cool shit.
It's kind of
A video game saying like, yeah, you killed
I
everyone.
wouldn't call that a bad ending then though, because if they're doing something to you, like look at like the Stanley Parable. Have you ever played that?
No, I've heard it's good.
The Stanley Parable is a very fun game, very interesting, very funny, low budget, but it's also about the nature of what video games are. It has a very similar ending.
Yeah.
It's just like, why did you even play this to begin with?
Well, the ending that you have to play again, you have to agree to sell your soul to exchange for your soul. I think it's cool. But
Like the human soul who's playing the game. I like that shit, but it's also like, I'm not dumb. I'm not a child.
you would know more about this next one than me.
Yeah.
Persona 4,
Yeah.
killing Taro Namatame.
You just spoiled the game for yourself. I'm not going to talk about this more.
Well, the serial killer actually gets to walk free.
I mean, he never went free in my game.
I'm just saying it's like a bad ending.
It is a bad ending. That would be a bad ending.
Dylan, Mr. I don't care about spoilers, was very offended.
I didn't solve that. I didn't solve the murders until the end of that game.
Do you want me to take that out?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Because honestly, I've already forgot everything about that person's name anyways.
It's fine.
It went over my head.
I never thought that this person was the killer.
Wait, did he spoil it for you? Or did
I've
you?
beaten Persona
Okay,
4
I was going to say that'd be
many times.
many times.
Then there's games with a lot of multiple endings. We talked about a few of them. I was thinking if you go into like Until Dawn or Man of Medan or House of Ashes,
you
I actually like all the endings though. because essentially you're reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
It's cool. If a character dies, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played the Quarry like 5 times now, and
Really?
it's just hilarious. Yeah, because it's fun to like play with people
That's
who don't.
longer, right?
That's not very long.
Okay.
I think Devin and I on our first playthrough beat it in like 10 hours, 11 hours.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I thought it was a longer one.
I don't know.
We almost
I don't
saved
play.
everybody.
I don't play story games.
Those games are fun. They're good couch games.
They're good games to play when you got people over.
This one is for me. Suikoden 2. You wouldn't be aware as well.
I would be.
So during the war in Tinto, your sister offers to escape with you away from the war. You're leading the army, and you can choose to follow her. Multiple characters try and stop you along the way. Some of them die trying to get you to come back, but you can just choose to completely abandon the war, get a premature game over, and
I don't know why anyone would choose that after working so hard, but
the only reason you would is because Ridley will die and his son will replace him, and it is the only way you can see Boris. That's it. But that's if you go to the end, and then you're like, I don't come back. I'm just kidding.
I mean that's fine. I just
No, it's bad. That's the thing. Why would anyone choose it? It's a bad ending.
so that's one of the extra above 108.
No, this one ends the game like 10 hours early by just abandoning the war.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
You can choose to do that. I never would.
Yeah, it's an option though. There's another bad ending in
I'm
that
more
game
moral.
where your sister jumps in front of you to try and protect you and Joey, and someone throws something at her, and you have a half of a second to scroll down and hit a different button, and you don't really know. It's hard to know if you got it, and that will determine whether or not someone is alive at the end of the game. I'm more worried about spoiling this for people that haven't played it.
That's fine.
But that's another bad ending.
I will never play it.
I got
Never.
I got a bad ending in Crusader Kings, which is a game where you can manufacture your own endings because you're just playing as a line of like succession.
What did you do?
essentially.
You fucked your sister too much?
No, my son fucked my wife, and then he killed me. But it was great because then I get to play as him, and then he became like a drunkard, and then he died, and I didn't have an heir because
He didn't make it.
he was sleeping with his mom, and his mom was too old to have any more kids.
Can your character be born infertile?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Crusader-
That's bad, but
Crusader Kings 3 is very good. Huge barrier to entry.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Learning
yeah.
the systems in this game is just not okay. And they don't explain things well.
No, I'm like 280 hours in now.
Nope. I
I'm
still
still
don't
learning
know.
shit.
I still don't know a bunch. All I know is that I made what I called the Holy Dylan Empire, and I started in the UK, and I made some shit happen.
I like starting in like Munster and then trying to take
Munster's
out the
pretty good.
Vikings.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Brad, you would actually like that game.
probably
It's just such a slog to get into.
Balatro.
Balatro. Balatro is the easiest game to get into.
Gotham Knights is kind of a
That game, people played
poopy
it.
ending. I'd beat it.
You beat Gotham
I
Knights.
beat Gotham Knights. It's got a poopy ending.
What happens to
the ending
Robin?
is cool.
Red Robin.
What about other Robin?
You have to fight the same fucking boss though. Like there's a boss battle at the end,
Why do you do this to yourself?
and then they're like, "Hey,
Because of Batman.
do it 3 more times."
Because Batman's cool.
I don't know what it was about Gotham Knights, but I was like, I'm gonna beat this fucking game.
Yeah.
Someone,
that's kind of how I'm
somebody
feeling
had
about,
to do it.
Well, that's how I'm feeling about Stellar Blade. I can understand it, but also I would wager that Stellar Blade is a better game.
I would probably agree with you there. Gotham Knights was not great.
Let's see. Bad endings.
NBA 2K22 when I lost the NBA Finals. That was sad.
That's the worst ending in gaming.
On
history.
easy mode.
Oh my god!
Fucking 7-game series, and I fucked it up.
Swear to God.
I swear to God.
I bet you Guardians of the Galaxy has a shitty ending, but that game sucked so much ass I didn't even start it.
People like that game.
Mega Man Legends 2.
Yep, that's a big one.
It's a big one, just because it doesn't have an ending. Mega Man Volnut is, of course, trapped. Man, every beer Dylan has opened has exploded so hard. And he has to suck down an IPA blowing up in his mouth. And he looks up. Oh.
Keep it in.
From the
I look like I pissed myself. Tyler, you got to give me a ride home.
Looks like I pissed myself.
You're going to have to give me a ride home, Tyler.
from the Discord, we got a couple.
I want to go home, Tyler.
From the Discord, we got Ghosts and Goblins,
That's really bad. Because when you beat it the first time,
which is an incredibly tough game.
yes, you have to beat it a second time.
It's like, yeah, you got to beat it again.
You're not done.
But you got to play it harder. Mm-hmm. That's bullshit. And Judge Tempest also mentioned Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If you just kill Richter and don't go into the inverted castle,
You don't mind Shaft?
you don't find Shaft. If you just kill the dude and then like, oh, I guess that was it.
Oh, boy.
That's a bad ending.
That's a really bad ending. I'll add Xenogears.
Yeah, explain that one a little bit.
All right, so Xenogears, fantastic video game up until the second disc, which has some gameplay. And then they realized they couldn't finish it and they got to put it out. And so they basically made a segment where they explain the rest of the plot where there's the main character sitting in a chair. And it kind of just tells it to you. And then there's like a swinging pendulum.
This like it should have been another game or a longer game.
It's pretty rough. There should have been a lot more to this. It's one of those occasions where that in the modern age, they would not have pushed this out. They would have been very angry about it, but they wouldn't have pushed it out. It's disappointing in a lot of ways, but I was so invested by that point, and I first played it when I was 20 years old because I had my nice little one with the screen, the PlayStation, and I got the disc.
Oh, you had the little screen guy for the PS1.
Yeah, the PS1. The
PSONE.
Yep,
Yeah.
I had that. I still have it.
That's cool.
The PS1 is busted, but the screen still works.
I have
tested
a
it out.
PS1. That little guy.
I'll bring it next time.
We should just we'll get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I'd like that.
But it's not interesting. It's the ending is really just unengaged. Like, here's the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Which is weird that this got a lot of sequels and spiritual successors.
I have one of them, and I never got further than the 20-minute opening cutscene.
Which one?
Xenosaga.
Oh, Xenosaga sucks. I hate all of the Xenosagas.
Yeah. I watched the cutscene a bunch. Never played the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do you just have it and you bought it and you were like, hey, I'm ready?
And like someday I'm going to get into it, and then I always just watch a cutscene, and I'm usually tired of that story already.
It's bad.
Another one from the Discord from Ryan. He mentioned Star Tropics. The worst ending for me was when you get to the point where you have to put in a secret code that was in the manual. My mom threw the manual away a long time ago. Guess I'm fucked. The end.
In Metal Gear Solid, there is also a number you have to hit on your like radio communique. Mm-hmm. And
It's only on the back.
It's only on the back of the game.
Yep. Which is awesome.
Which is so cool.
Kojima's smoking that good stuff.
Oh my God, he is.
Yeah.
But that's also not something you can do anymore. This is when games were so much more of a tactile experience. I mean, we all remember going to the store and picking up your game. Your mom might have bought you a game, and then you're reading the back. You're going through the manual as much as you can on the ride home, and you're just like, "Fuck, I gotta play this right now."
Yep. Yeah.
It's an experience that a lot of people are not going to have anymore.
Fucking love reading those manuals in the car.
Dude, and sometimes you get them and you buy them, or if you went to Family Video and you would just open them and the maps would be in there, and I would fucking snake those shits so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're sitting there and you're like, when's that character going to show up? Because that guy is my dude, especially JRPGs.
Well, I'm reading this. I'm like, hey, Mom, Aerith is a Pisces.
And your mom's like, that's great.
That's
I'm
great,
like,
Brad.
Did you know in Pokemon you have a mom too? My mom would be like, yeah.
Just shut up and play the game, Dylan.
It's like, how do you feel about Psyduck? He's
Big fan.
fine.
Big fan.
He's fine. He looks cute. I'm like, okay, well, don't you have any other ideas?
There were some other endings that I didn't really know what to say about it. Silent Hill 2. Someone mentioned the water ending. I don't know what that means.
I mean, The Witcher 3 has a bad ending. It's not a bad ending. It's just a sad ending that I dislike.
So it's a good ending, but it's
That you
sad.
didn't defend Kaer Morhen?
No, it's if. Well, I guess we're spoiling shit, eh?
We've been spoiling everything.
Okay, yeah. If you at one point, Triss and Yennefer will tempt you with a 3-way, and if you pick it, they both leave you.
Well, why are they doing it then? This seems like
It's a test.
It's
a
entrapment.
test to see who you love, and you can pick one.
It only happens if you've kind of been romancing both.
That kind of thing only works in Yakuza Like
And
a
I was
Dragon.
totally romancing both, but I picked Triss because I'm a Triss guy.
You're wrong.
I
but
just
it's fine.
I just read the first Witcher book.
I'm in yen. I'm yen all the way.
Well, I just read the first Witcher book, and now I know how Geralt met Yennefer.
Oh, you're reading. You're not reading The Blood of Elves.
The
You're
Last
reading
Wish
The Last Wish.
was just chronologically the first one.
I know,
Which book is that, though?
I don't want to bore you with my knowledge of The Witcher.
but also it's mostly a
genius.
series of short stories. Before
They're really
Blood of
fucking
Elves.
good.
Yeah.
They're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Blood of Elves, it gets really misogynistically weird
Okay.
at several points.
Okay.
That's the one with Siri. That's fine.
Hey, I don't have any other games to talk about.
Cyberpunk's got some bad endings if you're bad at the game, but get good because, I mean, there's some really good endings to that game. Heavy Rain, you can fuck that game up super hard.
You can't even. You can get through the game and not solve the
Anything.
origami killer.
Yeah, then you could just die and then everybody
Jason.
else. Jason.
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 Do you remember that?
Never played it.
There's apparently a glitch where, like, if you just keep yelling Jason, it'll carry over into the other scenes of the game. So every time Sean's there, you get the
Jason.
prompt to say Jason.
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 Persona 5. You can sell out your whole team.
It's true. But who would? All of our friends. Ryuji.
Honestly, I think
Makoto.
the ending of Grand Theft Auto 5 is kind of dog shit
Why?
because you can pick to kill Trevor or Michael, or you guys can all live happily ever after together and then play afterwards. It just, that game's story was very weak, and I don't really find any of the characters that likable.
The
And
Trevor voice actor said that they recorded more dialogue that was supposed to be for. I know, Dylan, you're excited. That was supposed to be for a DLC that never happened because they're like, why would we make a story DLC? We can make way more money not making that.
Yeah.
they should have just done it anyway. I would have played it.
Better heists, like story heists, would have been awesome.
Yeah, that game
I
got
like
kind of
the
stale.
story heist.
I do too.
Yeah, that game is really good.
It is a good game.
We should talk about it at some point.
I think that they should just put out Grand Theft Auto 6 already.
Wait, this just in. Fallout 7 is coming in 2045. Holy shit, guys. They're making Elder Scrolls 7. It's coming out next century.
Hopefully my child will play it.
Hi, I'm Bob Howard. You might have met my great-grandpapa. Todd Howard.
My great grandpapa.
I hope you like our broken game.
We've been working on this game for a day, but we've been talking about it for 25 years.
This
I
time,
hope our robot overlords are pleased.
This is the best ending, though, for a podcast.
Is it?
it's the one where I go home and go to sleep.
Everyone is so tired.
So Tyler has told us 3 different multiple endings for his day today. One involves playing a lot of Final Fantasy 16,
Yes.
or maybe Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. He doesn't know which one he bought.
Yeah, that was when I went to the bathroom.
Another one
Rebirth.
is walking Marcus through all of Helldivers 2, and another is just going to bed.
Yeah. Or there's the sneaky bonus ending.
He goes to Vanguard.
Arby's.
Just getting drunk again.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Arby's.
We got the meats. Boom, boom, boom.
I will probably watch the Bucks game and go to bed.
I'm not. No Damian Lillard, no Giannis.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. I got to watch it. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
I saw the last game's ending. That was weird.
Yeah, the lose by 3 in the overtime.
Yeah.
But people don't want to hear us talk about sports, Dylan. We could talk forever.
I can. You want to test me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sure.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
I can start.
Well,
I love putting you in a corner.
this has been the Dogcast. This has been Hair of the Dogcast. If you want access to our exclusive, awesome bonus after show, Doggies After Dark, if you want access to bonus episodes of Raw Dogs like Okami, Final Fantasy X's Part 4 and 5, if you want access to the Elden Dogs Bestiary, check out patreon.com/hairofthedogcast. Tons of really great stuff there. And if you have a chance, we would love it to get some more reviews, get some, word of mouth likes, however you do it. Our show has been picking up a lot of steam and it's very exciting. We want to keep the train rolling. So do it if you can. If not, thanks for listening anyways. Special thanks to executive producers Ryan Christian at Kip Kipper, Brian Ward, Jordan Hoff, Phil Wright, Phil Just Phil, Cole Del Gardno, Bryant Ross, and Kelly Gutowski.
You got to show them.
Did we mention your favorite ending? Was there a happy ending we missed?
No.
Well, goodbye. Take care now.
It's about time I put my line away.
Oh, God, no.
It's about time.